psychological horror. I may
Well,
have
I'm
to
gonna
move
go
my...
pester my wife 'cause I don't know what she's up to. I'm gonna stay in the
Alright.
party chat room and mute myself. We took a nap and I don't know what's going on now.
Oh god.
I
Individuals
just
suffering
tried to
from...
load in the hunt for the last half hour and it would not load.
Well, that's not awesome. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. Well, that sucks. Would you like to review detailed content warnings which contain spoilers? Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be enabled in the settings menu at any time. No, I don't want. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Yes, I agree. I'm 24. I think it's okay. I may have to move my camera to the other side of the screen. I don't know. Oh, God. I have to move my camera. Hold on. Yeah, I think that's better if it's over there. Okay. Just without the 2018. Yup. That's who I am. It's pretty different from my channel name. My name is Dusk. I don't know how this is gonna go. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she may draw to herself. Let me just fair warning, my reading might suck. Now, mind you, this is a very... I've not played any game ever like this, so this is gonna be weird. This girl is Sayori, my neighbor and a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Dusk. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Yeah, whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students, making their daily commute. By the way, Dots, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. Absolutely not. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I have no idea if I did or didn't. Sure, it's possible that I did. In one of our many conversations where I did simply go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Just like my sister says, it's an anime thing, you won't understand. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright? Alright. Back off. Don't push you, aren't you, Sayori? Don't push it. We'll get a few clubs if it makes you happy. Not promising anything though. No promises here. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Sure, I guess I'll promise you that. I promise to try a little. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worries so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as orderly as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Zero wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. Look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. Thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie? Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in the literature club is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. Hey, Natsuki, and cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep! I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. Let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. That sounds very foreshadowing. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. Huh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Dust, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns right towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayori and Natsuki. Oh, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Dots. Monica smiles sweetly. Why is she standing like that? We don't know each other well, we rarely talked, but we're in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so gently feels a little... You too, Monica. Some you down, Dusk. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Woohoo! Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, and Monica I follow. It's delicious! Sayori tosses her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. But I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. Can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. But why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Ah, thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for, you, dummy. Alright. Give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Can you keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Maybe. Personally, I drink whatever is on hand. I don't drink just tea when reading a book. Coke or Coca-Cola or Gamer Stuff, anything that I have on hand, even a glass of milk. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. But that's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. Admit that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Chai tea, personally, chai tea lattes. You ever want to get me on the good side? Chai tea latte, spice chai, specifically. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider Literature Club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget, the publicity, and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. You're also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we all really grow this club before we graduate. When we can. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of a new... Which is why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Dusk, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, that's actually true for me. I haven't read that much. I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. You're not much of a reader, I guess? Well, that can change. What am I saying? That's without thinking and seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorite are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I feel like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read I read a horror book once. Actually, that's my favorite genre of books is horror. I just really grabbed something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you... I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world. It's only if only for a brief moment. Oh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. You looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is as cute as you are. Yuri slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. Creepy. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Well, with how black my heart is, there ain't much to see down there without a really strong flashlight. So there's that. This has been sitting in my room for 3 days and it's still kind of carbonated. My gamer stuff isn't empty yet, but darn near. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe you should share some of your work. You can set an example and help Natsuki feel more comfortable enough to share hers. Yeah, she doesn't look very pleased with that idea. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. Shut up! You're so annoying. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Okay. You like Natsuki and Yuri are both confused. Natsuki and you look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we can all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! So you're too excited about this. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Dusk? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. So he may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought. Huh. Don't ask. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Suri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. They're all super weird. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we will officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember, tonight's assignment, write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks at me once more. Dusk, I look forward to seeing how you impress yourself. Express yourself. Impress, express, whatever. Express yourself. Yeah. I can really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills. Can I really? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Dusk, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Yuri and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! I've made her super annoying and I hate it. I made her super annoying, basically super annoying and I hate it. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. Mind you, the voices are not great and they're not going to be. My voice is way too deep for me to just be like, yay, all the time. I will try my best though. Because otherwise it's not going to be that fun. The whole way my mom wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club members will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem most. I do like Yuri.
Mike?
Yeah, what's up?
Did you get a gift from Emma?
No, I did not.
Good job.
No, wait, did I? No, I don't remember getting anything from him specifically. I think Thomas got something, but I don't remember getting anything from him specifically. I got a gift card from Kate.
Yeah, we got a gift card from Kate too. We didn't get anything from Emma, but I could have sworn she bought something for you and Jasmine.
I don't.
Like, if you say you didn't get anything, I believe you.
I don't believe so. I'd have to ask Jasmine.
Because she got Evie like 3 gifts in front of us. She gave Jason something, gave herself something, and my parents.
Oh, this is... I don't... I'm writing a poem and I'm not sure how to write this.
Yeah, you can ask her.
Maybe if I go with faster? Oh, clouds, I'm
Oh, I was gonna ask because I was gonna talk to Mom about it, but if you didn't get anything either, then I wouldn't get to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna go there. No, it's not. Because the whole reason that I got that overtime. The whole reason that I have this new job is because of God. Yeah. So I was taking it more as like I was thanking God that He was giving us the opportunity to have lots of money by having me have this job and all this stuff. I just ignore what Kate says sometimes. Okay.
So,
you want me to mute myself, Mike? Or
no, you can totally talk to me. That's totally fine. But don't judge me when I'm doing the dialogue, because I'm trying to do voices of this. Sounds terrible.
Oh, are you gonna stream this too?
Yeah, I'm streaming this. Doki Doki Poetry Slam, I got a trophy! Hell yeah! I'm mostly just picking things based on what kind of grabs my attention. Disarray.
Like, it's the same outfit that I got in the game when I bought it. That's so funny.
That's a funny word, but what I gotta pick that? I'm thinking... Oh, I'm not... Yeah, that... Okay, see, this is where the not okay for children because of this word right there. Hold that one. Rainbow, Disown, Shopping, Vertigo, Dazzle, Shame, Eternity. Dream Party, Fear. I'm going with scary, sad things because I think that it's going to make... Because Yuri had talked about how she likes horror lately. I don't think this is going to be great. It's going to sound like trash. Hi again, Dusk. Hi, Monica. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha, yeah. Nah, don't worry. It might be a little strange for me, but I at least gave my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is ready to hang out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Dusk. Oh, God. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Do I have trouble with commitment? Is that what I'm understanding? Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Zira told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom, in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Dutch always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Sayori, your voice is annoying and I hate it. And it's my fault. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. It means you're lazy is what that sounds like. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is just so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? Yeah, you psychopath. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. I'm not good friends with her. She stalks me on the way to school. And now I can't escape her because we're in the same clothes, so we go home at the same time. How come? You and us can be good friends too. Yeah. Hold on, I'm taking my sweatshirt off. I'm getting too warm. I feel like I'm slamming anime and gaming into the same section of my life. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Oh, wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. So, Yuri seems to be the outgoing, grab your attention, has no personal boundaries and doesn't care what anybody thinks, and Yuri seems to be the shy, timid one that doesn't want to be exposed. Ugh. That's not a good combo. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Now I'm curious. I'm being roped into this too. Never mind. So I made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. Clearly, you airhead! I guess it means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah! I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she'll think I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Pakara! She wipes the sweat off her forehead and says, phew. I'm not gonna, nah. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. I'm in so much pain right now. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Don't bother her. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sinks another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread it, some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Oh, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuki isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. She bought the book! Second copy for you. Plain and simple, it's not that hard to figure out. Why are you so dumb? Well, I'll definitely start reading it soon. No, you won't. I'm not reading this book for real. Glad to hear it. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. If it has to do with how uncomfortable this conversation is, then yes. Is that so? Is it as uncomfortable as this is? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. This book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just want to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. That dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gets gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Dusk? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories. I suppose. Don't worry. I'm more of the guts and blood kind of reader. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. More like fucked up perspective. when horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in, like killing people, because that's totally fine and normal. And suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're maybe out to be a naive one for letting them one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Yeah, shut up. And again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. What about the no spoilers? You just told me everything about the book. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing from my thoughts. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. This is my problem, I talk too much. I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading. You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. You drew the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. You sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, being company with someone. Oh, I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand that Yuri means about reading is... I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. So sorry, was just... You really don't need to apologize a lot. You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. Here, this should work, right? I slam my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm, holds the left end of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I can turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb and it flips to her side. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before, actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. You ready? To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. And you're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it on my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange, my thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second-guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. He remained silent for a moment. But Dusk, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, it's so embarrassing that you think that... Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really don't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone! I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Oh, it's not? It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright! I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer if I only read it with you? I guess I don't have much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, I feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. It was really kind of easy, considering I just clicked words randomly for 20 pages. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Zuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Zuri is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Yosuke and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should know my poem first? I'll share with Yuri first, because I know her. I'm definitely more comfortable sharing with Yuri first. She's my good friend, after all. This is a good poem, Dusk. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. For this game, in real life I've written poems, but none of them are really that good. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. I didn't clue you in that I still showed up. Well, of course, I wrote it because you just told to. Not really into it yet, and that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Dusk. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Zuri. I appreciate that, I guess. I'm not sure if Zuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Don't worry, she's really bad at this. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. I bet you are. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed makes me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish you away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. Zuri, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. I just a little bit. I can't answer just a little bit to yes or no question. You can't answer that. You can't say just a little bit to yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes you feel a little bit better. That at least makes me feel a little bit better about myself. I did it last night, unlike you. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, sure, it was weird. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Airheady. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. A nice time I won't forget, and I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? I'm gonna show, I think, Yuri, because that's 100% good. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional! What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri's first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. Inner thought. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Oh, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly and then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. Traces her finger on the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize as new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both the sound and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes, her stamina is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Nasuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased how? Well... Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Herself was kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a little club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. Last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calms breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Especially very cursive-y. I can't do cursive word crap. but it took you a long time to read. Yeah, it actually kind of. I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem, even though it's short, it's very descriptive. It wasn't too short. Usually I write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. You into ghost theory? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Dusk. Really? You must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experience in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem was only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. It's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. Or... several things. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm really going to keep doing my best for you, Dusk. Why? For me specifically? That sounds odd! I'm a little bit worried about this. Me too? I guess I'll be doing the best for myself. Let's get over with Natsuki, because she's just a piece of garbage. If she's mean, I don't like it. That's if you're not going to take this cup seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What, you expect me to believe you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put my effort into it. Well, we all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. It's not stupid, it's just funny. Because it's so... And it doesn't really rhyme at all. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that their writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of the poem for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand that. I get it. I suppose. This is so painful. The other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for the rhyme at the end, but to make it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did, I guess, more went into it than I realized. That's what I mean. That's what it means to be a pro. You egotistical jackass. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. You freak. Decided to humor with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Now, the last one is the class president, Monica. Hi, Dusk. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring up things, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. I think you're bold, it's really stupid. I don't know it has nothing to do with the club, but you said bring things up, so I'm bringing it up. I hate your bow. White doesn't fit the rest of you. Of course I'll be able to bring things up. I'm afraid to. Much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Dusk. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, I guess that's true. I had money for my poem. Great job, Dusk. I was going in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. Easiest for me to do that. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not fair. I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Yeah, I know, that's why I wrote the way I did. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. And it could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Aha! Okay. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall! Couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind, like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas, always scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback on whatever the hell you just wrote. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, that's kind of the style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. There's a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the time between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. That was the inspiration behind this one? What was the inspiration behind this one? I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up a bit later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. That was painful. Ugh. Guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a lot more stressful than I anticipated and fucking annoying. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. Liza and Yuri and Natsuki, and gingerly exchanging sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyes will furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki just physically returns to the poem and to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? And clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. Huh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked for someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Dustin too. Don't roll me into this. So based on that, I'm gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate that offer, but it's been a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Dust liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I meant. Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Dust appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh, and how do you know if he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Dust started showing up. And then Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like the fighting guys! Suddenly both girls turned towards me if they just noticed I was standing there. Dust! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that symbol writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain this to her, Dusk. Don't bring me into this! Oh, wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Dusk? Again, why am I getting roped into this? It's nothing to do with me! Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? That's what I'm saying! It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course it's going to be... Sorry, not Natsuki? Natsuki glares at me, drying up words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri, but Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah! Everyone's fighting and it's making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Dusk, well, that's not her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being, she would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Oh, God. Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. Can I help you? Can I help you, wife? I'm playing Doki Doki Literature Club, and I'm doing voices. You gotta calm down. They were fighting. Natsuki the Pink Girl and Yuri were fighting, and I called in Sayori to deal with it because I didn't want to pick sides because I don't want anybody to hate me. No! They were arguing about their poems. And because I wrote one. And they're arguing about theirs. And how I like theirs more. Like, Natsuki's like, you like mine more. And Yuri's like, you like mine more. And I was supposed to pick one. Or I could call in Sayori. And I'm like, sir, I'm calling on you. Because I'm not dealing with this crap right now. I shouldn't be dragging this. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. She's an airhead, by the way. Sayori is. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. You're psychopath. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Natsuki made a comment about her boobs got bigger since I showed up. Big and beautiful! White's in the chat, he's just muted. Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I would be too. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I guess, is why she's vice president. She has to return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. They're fucking insane. This is psychological horror, by the way. It gets worse. This is just the basis. It makes me it's cringe as fuck, but it's a psychological horror. It gets worse. And it's not suitable for children or people with anxiety or depression if they have a bad experience with this. That's what it said. I wasn't able to say anything either, honestly. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She's also freaking insane and an airhead and annoying as hell because of her voice, which I gave her. Because she just happened to look that way. She happened to be the airhead friend in any anime you ever played. Or watch. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. You see, take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. You can smile sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. No, but I'm allowed to flirt with any which one of them I want. Yes, but that would be very hard to. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. Where are you going? You done talking to me about this? At the club, we're like going home. No, but seriously, you make this very uncomfortable. You can watch it if you want. Ouch. That hurts. Thanks for the support. I like that White's listening to this garbage. while playing a different game is hilarious. How do you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. That's how she is. I love you too, honey. How about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It's a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out to be even better. I'm thinking to myself, I did learn a lot more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. Learning to like them means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I find myself with newfound determination. Dusk! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Haha! Sayori beams at me. It really has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. I'm not enjoying it. Sayori? What happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? That kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise we're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they made good friends with you. You know, Dusk, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. And I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, just have to see where the future holds you, right? I'm gonna see her on the shoulder. I say that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. We're going for, I'm going for, like, dark shit, because I'm trying to get Yuri to like me more. Desire. I clicked that way too fast. Inferno. Misery. Hopeless. Disaster. Tragedy. Stars. Golfman, having some games, embrace vivid vitality, insight, memories, promise, and Golfman. These are auto-generated. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I'm a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club than the usual, scene greets me. Hi, Dusk! Yo, sorry. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in a club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Can you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that? All of a sudden. No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori eventually retrieves her coin purse, tumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns upside down and lets the contents spill on the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. There's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Your face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just... something in my book. Yuri! Tell Dad to let me borrow some money! That's... Don't get me involved like that, Yuri. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's the fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the retribution. That. Retribution. That. So coming from you, Yuri, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Don't let her fool you. Sora knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me into the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So give me more credit than that, Yuri. Out of nowhere, something smacks Yuri in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Pwah! Yeah! Ow! What was... a cookie? I don't know if it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Swing glasses around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. Then I heard you blab about the cupcake. It's totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Asuki! That's so nice of you! I'm so happy! Sori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it! Sori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good! Sori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Been going through a lot over just one cookie. Let's say you take a bite of her own cookie. Oh, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. Yours is chocolate. Yours is chocolate. Yeah. Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sarah gets out of her seat and goes behind her and wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. When you still in hand, and Cindy reaches up to nudge the off her. Sarah suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! You seriously just do that? Mouthful Siri trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a big kid. You're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Huh? And Suki glances around. Monica isn't in the clubroom. Ugh, where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me! Yeah, I haven't heard it. It's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Huh? You don't think she has a... Surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's not true. Excuse me! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm sorry. Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica choose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? I'm running quizzically. Look, glances at me. Never mind that. Well, how would you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I'm kind of just lost track of time. It makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. You must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Dust. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. No, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sierra's mischievous. Miss Scapete. I'm sure that Suki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sierra somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Suki disappeared into the closet. Hey Yuri! Suddenly noticed that Yuri's reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Oh no, I was just kind of just waiting for you. Oh, if that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yeah, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that I can make my reading time really better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. Following what she reaches a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with the filter inside. Filtered water! From pitcher is actually really good. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. Electric kettles are really good instead of heating them on a stove or something. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerism. Just because her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah? Well, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri's just going to make some tea, so... Suddenly how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Oh, okay. So I was just be curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want me to do you want to tell me that there's something wrong with helping, involve dusk in home activities? My mouth gaps. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Dusk. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri? Something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Dusk, how come even when I do something bad, you're being so nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. You can always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, do you say? Yuri lifts her head. Dusk, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. It's kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Does you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less than I'm making tea. I shouldn't do any less when making tea for others. Even if it's not an expert on, even if I'm not expert on tea or anything. Huh? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Well, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea levels. The tea leaves, excuse me. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. Must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided I would try and express myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do when it's you who's around anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Dad. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I want you to pour a cup of tea for each of us. Just I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can't read with my back against the wall I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? Wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes! I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. We'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. Like the small chocolate candies that I kept in from the Yuri's candy radar. Take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync with in the same reading position as last time, each holding in half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Bring your sides closer until our shoulders are touching. Am I supposed to go on reading like this? Yuri's always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, is almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression. I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Oh, sorry. If we let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper, you can have as much as you want. Oh, that's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. Ah, my bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? You sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder time reading from it. As a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, it means already totally focused on reading again. Take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. And I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation is completely natural. That means I can't stop here. I immediately place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. This person suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. So, that's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah? Then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has got really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. Here's to take another chocolate between my fingers. This time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did I even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. Her nose is just rising and falling in rhythm of her breaths. Raise my arm. And before Yuri parts her lips, but different this time. Really toss it and place it in her mouth. I feel a hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone! What? Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems! Thus, you can help Yuri put away the cheap stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks! The spell's abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri places the gifts on the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. Get the feeling that this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Dusk, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you what kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why you did a great job explaining. I really wanted to try to give it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweating. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Even your close friends? And Yuri doesn't respond to that. Wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share your poem? Want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon. Okay. We're gonna take a quick pause here for a second because I've got to pee. So I'll be right back. Yeah, My shirt says eat, sleep, anime, gaming, repeat. We are putting anime and gaming today together. This is an anime-like game. Okay, raccoon. It happened in the dead of night. While I was slicing bread for a guilty snack, my attention was caught by the skirting a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious was well aware of the consequences. Well aware that the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread my hungry curiosity, the raccoon an urge. The moon incriminates its phase and reflects that much more light off of the cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eye of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. Raccoons become hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Valorian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. It was a little bit more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine the poem about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express imagery and convey emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels to me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Do you have anything like that, Dusk? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes and something makes us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Dusk. That's exaggerating a little bit. Not that great. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. Just for a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Let's get Sarah over so I can get over her and I can hear her voice. Oh my goodness! Yeah! Alright. This is so good, Dusk. I love it. Especially after yesterday's poem. Ugh. You're too honest sometimes, Siri. No, but really. I want to put this on my wall. Can I? Siri, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little bit more constructive than this. Maybe in the Suki's? Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Dusk poem. And that means it feels extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Suri hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Suri. Well, it's not very good at figuring. I'm not very good at figuring out poems if are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. It makes me feel things, and it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. And again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try give it some thoughts? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean by, but I'll try to keep it in my mind. Oh, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah! I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Siri. Well, I like happy the most. Sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help the rain cloud a little... help give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sorry, that's unexpectedly poetic. Is it? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Daz. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Christ. Alright. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. Reach aside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. There's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in the bottles on a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and come my friends. And they come in such a hurry, they want my bottles that much. I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. All I do is hear echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap! Sorry, did you really write this? Of course I did! Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I mean, it is for something like this coming from you. Why don't you tell me a whole lot? And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm not used to you being so... I'm not used to you being... cheerful? Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. I'm pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm going to keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Story's always a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it, no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in your eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. To Monica next, then we'll leave on Suki last. Hi again, Dusk. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I'll give my phone to Monica. Alright, this one's good. Feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in your writing style? I guess so. I can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She keeps mentioning Yuri in her style, and I have been doing it that way. So you're a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just mean that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. Huh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, fictional one anyway. I want to kind of whisper that like word to me. Just a hunch, but... well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. Anyway, when we went home now, I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and endless. Cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sign, consign, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than the last one, huh? I guess this is the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of the thing I've never really seen before, I guess. It's kind of like playing with space on a paper. Sure. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. And so putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, Miss Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this a tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Well, I can admit that it's better than the last one. It's nice to see you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. It's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Looks like you stopped short all of a sudden. Did you tell me? What? You're not trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know Yuri won't love it. This angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean, you... Looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. She shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting younger girls step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Oh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves and getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Zuri has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually doing what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us is going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let everyone else come up and recite poems too. Zuri is putting out all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Zuri, who's been coloring the poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think that it's bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. I just didn't sign up for this, you know? There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with that, with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Yuri. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kinda overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. No, it fucking won't. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's for those reasons why we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? You know, I do. I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know we can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Zuri looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Zuri and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. Guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright! Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejecting glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Yeah, that's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, it'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. I'm going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica! This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of the poem is The Way They Fly. Monica is reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply unnatural? Glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Only Monica flashes the recitation. Four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Yuri? I'll go next. Oh, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches the sleeve of paper between her fingers and hands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri! It is called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed in her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns, and its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. I have a terrible time reading. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggle. Sayori? It's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself in front of a mirror, in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. She begins her poem. Somehow it feels like your soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly true like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read that on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is why Sayori meant when she said that she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone's than I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. No, even Dusk liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. It might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay! Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before dusk. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyways. Might as well let dusk lower everyone's standards a little bit before I have to do it. Natsuki? It's fine, it's fucking fine. Might as well get it over with. not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and stand in front of the podium. Everyone has eyes on me, making me feel really awkward. For even Taylor would be awkward. I start my poem. When I take a comment in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. It's like that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. So I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about the lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called, why are you looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, the solitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, the poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She goes back to her seat. I know I'm giggling, and it's giggling because I looked at him. I've been doing this for 2 hours now. I know this isn't super exciting, but this is kind of like mindlessly something you can put in the background. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Oh well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That doesn't surprise Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It may be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice for the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time when you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. And ready, pleasantly surprised. Now you're putting in all this effort for the club. Makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day! I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep! Look at you two always going home together like this. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Dust. You don't have to say that. Say it. Whatever. Let's just go already. Whatever. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. Today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Oh, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to, Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day Yuri asks to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well... Room with Yuri? Huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, it would be awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? It has nothing to do with what I just said. You admitted it! Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. It's not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sorry, I can't figure out why you're saying things in your head right now. Sorry, everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you. You say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. It was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her, but if there's something that makes her happy, I hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no problem in speculating. And again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time. Oh, I gotta run to home. We're going with the same kind of stuff. Sad, angry. Fester. Go with the dark version of stuff, because that's Yuri's style. Oh man, the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked into. Are you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking a piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember, the club won't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. Oh, I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Mizuki? Well, yeah, I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but the whole day of school, where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on! Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where's Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at the desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. Walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I'm in front of her face. You spacing out again? Sorry. Don't mind me. I can go talk to everyone else. Why do you want to talk to everyone else? Huh? Is everything alright? Oh, of course. Why wouldn't it be? I just feel like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sure, shows me a big smile. Don't let me just distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. Worriedly glance at Sayori, returning back to everyone else. The conversation has already dispersed, with everyone heading back to the activities. I asked Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must have spent a lot of time together. I watched Monica, who was shuffling through some papers at her desk. Yes, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but did you notice anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little bit too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica appears across from Miss Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Dusk. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really liked this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. When this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. So I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. You sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. You sure? Maybe she's just having a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? Remember that. I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Dusk. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Story talks about you more than anything else, you know? What? She's been so much happier ever since she joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. Story's always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now that it always has been. You're so funny, Dust. Have you thought that maybe you're always seeing her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Michael smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to Sayori, saying, I'll watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. She's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sighed and sit myself down. I know she told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else. That's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Simply how much do I care about her, and I'm letting this weigh on me so much? Now it feels like I'm the only one behaving out of the ordinary. There's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? Once in the room, suddenly I noticed you peering at me from over her book. But she looks away so quickly with a flustered look on her face. It's because she wants to read the book with you, my guy. Realize that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen you approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord, so I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and I sit in the one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax, you didn't even do anything. But I could tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you even able to tell that while I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot, so it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring at you or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you're right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concern of those who are willing to share that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I'm just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, she seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, it's quite romantic. Huh? So sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, I just don't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have been friends for a long time, that's all. I see. Then perhaps it is unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading into it a little too much. Dusk, the world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight, and there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think that there might be something behind it after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her. But in your case it looks like she's fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori surely means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. I suddenly looked deeply into my eyes. Especially generally curious if she was searching for something. I'm very sorry for my gaze. Sometimes person's mysteries aren't told even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings that weren't aware were in you. But that is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel the way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. You should be taking my mind. I should be taking my mind off this whole thing anyway. Okay, everyone. After some time, President Monaco calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone gets to each other poems. I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica. She smiles at me. I wonder if she's talking about what she was talking about was Yuri. Let's do Yuri last. Nice, I guess. Come on, I can really tell you didn't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. It's not really what I meant, though. But it's okay. You're making new friends just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good! That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Dusk. Sorry? Is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. You insist. Yay! I want to go home a little bit early today. Sorry? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Or you can say anything. Switch to a silly classroom, humming to yourself. On to your last kiss. Yeah, no thanks. You didn't even... Next! Alright then. I've definitely struck a nerve with her. Hi, Dusk. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. Whatever you do, I'm not sure it'll turn out great. I'm not worried that it won't turn out great. It will also make me happy to see. Anyways, let's take a look at your today's poem. Sure. I'll let Monica take the poem. I'm holding my hands. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Oh, well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I aren't actually really different. We're actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there is also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Gary. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotion like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, it's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, right? Alright. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything, a beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought, and here I am, a feather. Lost amid the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. When all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight light. Mm. Really sky. It's a living. It's the rain in the sky. I can't read that word. Until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall even more, gentle as a feather, and dry, quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. The head of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady knows everything, knows what I'm thinking. Nor I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Religion does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. A gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but I was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we all had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. Seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's my writing tip of the day. If you're ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good, I can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. If you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it'll make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Personal water touching. Dusk, your writing has only improved in the last few days. Every form you show me has been really short, spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think if it ever came to me this naturally. That's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me. I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri gently smiles to herself. This feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you've never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not that I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, you're smiling sadly. Just during lunchtime I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always had some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are so full of amazing, inspiring people who you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face, or deep thinkers, or problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me. Those friends don't tease me for spacing out all the time. They don't make fun of my body type, and they don't hate me for acting like I know it all. People say that about you? I'm a know-it-all, Dusk. I'm not a know-it-all, Dusk. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you that I really understood what was missing all this time. Well, I haven't really done anything. No, that's wrong. You're just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a different person, Dusk. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. Every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I would say I have at least one success. Wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? She puts her head in her hands. This time she smiles as she does it. Want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Beach. Marvel millions of years in the making. Where the womb of Earth castically meets the sun face. Under a clean blue sky, an expanse of bliss. But beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest word to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sound castle where the sand is wet. Well, where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, and we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle, yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my peace. To road at the shore. Drift forward and are return to forevermore. Aware that the beach is kind of insane, I'm assuming, and it is saying things right about. I do my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. You say that, like, you didn't even want to write about it? Oh, you haven't heard? As you were saying, Asuki and I, well, I was amusing that we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So then Suki wanted us to write about the same topic as each other did. I see. Suki didn't even let me read her poems, so I don't have much to contribute. That's what it's better to compare the difference in writing styles or thought processes. Anyways, it was her idea. Knowing her was no surprise that she wanted to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something similar on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Okay, you three, we're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out? Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when you addressed in the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Well, stagnating airs, common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Yuri isn't here. Since you're right. She always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? Thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? Oh, she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No! First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me. She's kind of been avoiding me today. So I didn't want to force it. Oh. That's a curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparation, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. That's a good way of making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them, in different flavors. Can you handle that by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted! And as for myself, I'm going to be printing some really old poetry pamphlets. So will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me some listening for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're just the most talented person here, you know? And now, Natsuki's pouting too? Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Yuri enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have a beautiful handwriting, you know? So you just make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. About that, I love atmosphere. Reading the person suddenly changes as she stares at her desk and focuses and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Dusk, the one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Suki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It'll probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You can always help me out as well. I'll be really appreciative of that. That's... Monica is to spend the weekend with one of my club members. How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a little bit of help. Well, even if you don't have to bake, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I can give to you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. So you try to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Dust may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decoration. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyways? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Dust to... Well, what are you saying? It would be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it'll just decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know. So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said. I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez, can you just settle this already? Yeah. Dust, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, they're really straight at me. But of course I'm going with... Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. With me? Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying... You'll be helping Yuri then, Dusk? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things, so I think your system is very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah, I already said it would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit? Do you feel the same way, Dusk? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it will turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki! What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No. That's not what I meant at all. You anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Dust picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They'll go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so, I get it. I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I say something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback. by Yuri's words. When she already had trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I began to understand, Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. Now, I kinda appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing, but I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah? I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Sweet out the door, as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry, I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. Can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. You and I exchange phone numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by my house on Sunday. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that would be the one going to your house, since I'm the one helping you. Oh, I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. I think I would prefer going to yours. Alright, in that case, it won't be a problem. Decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Just make yourself task. I think that will make a very productive team. Even if you only choose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. Which is help because that's what I wanted to do. But you think to yourself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you I want to. That's all there is to it. You believe me? I really think it's really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and realizes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I'm on my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri's going to be coming to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though we've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this a chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. Till then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. Ready Sunday. I'm getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous. But it doesn't help much. Yuri's clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. She assumed me answered at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard anything from Sayori since she left the club early the one other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. When Sayori said what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell him coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once we reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering in myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's very strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to the bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Dusk. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but you can tell that she's different. There's a minute silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Zoe's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she had for years now. If you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but wait, how did you know that? Stories already had left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me it's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that is true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course, but I'm just helping her offline. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Oh, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Zero stares at the random Russian. The thing about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Zero smiles, shaking her head. That's not good, Dusk. Huh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? Like it's all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But it's just my punishment, isn't it? It's getting punished for being so selfish. I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sorry. You grab Suri by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Suri gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Dusk. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Siri? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Dusk? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had a really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy in caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anybody worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend, because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I can do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you have to do is tell me. You don't understand at all, Dust. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. Ugh. That's why I wanted so badly to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I serve with something else too. Seeing you make friends and close with everyone in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. Right. That I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Siri. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Dusk, there's nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I didn't show you what a horrible person I am. Just streaking down Siri's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you've come here, and I've made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I was looking at Siri's shoulders. This time I pulled her into a tight embrace. That's... Sorry. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please don't underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Tess, Zuri isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, so her arms aren't made on her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Tess, Zuri barely managing to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Siri finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Siri lets me go, as she does with other girls well. Festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? That's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah? Siri wipes her eyes. If I spend the whole day here, I would. All the days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you do that, I would really want to forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, you want to come here along and help out? It'd be fun. What's my restrictions ahead? I'm sorry. I don't know if I would be very good at for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I said goodbye to Yuri next to her house. Well, I found myself still uneasy. It's hard for me to keep thinking about it. And it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Yuri is right. I shouldn't be worried too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I am seeing something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Thank goodness. You're a little early. Sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside and see about all this stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. I took her to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned before I came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. No. I'd be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I touched Yuri's wrist, which was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine. I held Yuri's wrist. She's both hands firmly on her lap. I have to make sure she keeps track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorating other atmospheric enhancements. You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. although many will stop by just out of curiosity, and for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide them an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? Yeah, it makes me feel relieved. I'm kinda happy. Yeah, I don't need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax? I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and a wooden cylinder-shaped object. I did some shopping on the way home here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's with the wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Oh, is that so? It's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes a cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Oh, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This is jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I choose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pumps more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing in our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do with it is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to get pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom, and we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? We'll also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some people to peek inside. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you'd put it. I mean, it's just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Dust. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Oh, alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. Carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length, and she reaches in her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern, a wave etched on it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. There's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, Yuri looks down. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? You promise you won't be weirded out? Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsman and the feeling of danger, maybe? Oh, what am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just the funniest thing about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's really cool looking knife. Can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri lies to her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife, hand no facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely soft. I can even get a knife like this. Curious of the sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow! Dust! Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I didn't touch it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. Small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. He takes my hand and gives the woman a closer look. She stares at it and knows my fidgets. You're squeamish. I'll go wash it off now. Without worrying, you push my finger in her mouth and lick through it. Feel her tongue curl around my finger. So I instantly pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. And lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure was a little weird and it took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing, but I'll do it anyway. Take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Dust! Did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that'd be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Dust. Yuri giggles shyly. You're calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? Don't think I need one actually. It's just a tiny cut. We can throw stop bleeding. I see. It's relief. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, continuing progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them out side by side. This is what I expected, and will be very effective as the door curtain. Looks great. Good thing you come up with that, Yuri. Oh, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really, and are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. That's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thanks very much. Oh, just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, you'll be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. Put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back to my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, pulling it back over her arm. Nothing. Her face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets carefully into the cups. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner. It's almost 9:30. I need to eat. I need to eat dinner. I'll try to finish this up though. Starting with colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Neat. What are you going to write? Well, it would be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots with different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This is kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. It is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. It's just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much, just having a friend next to me makes me feel a bit nicer. Makes things feel a bit nicer. I think that all it takes for me to be happy. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if you and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, when simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Your response to this is why I stream, actually. Why I stream is because I like playing the game, other people watch it, some other people watch it. I don't get many views, but I just appreciate when people watch it, just, you know, even if it's after I've done the stream and it's just uploaded to my channel. I do like that people watch it because they experience it with me. But you need to understand, Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush. But I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Yeah! Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. Just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. No, it's not your fault. Your face. There's droplets of paint on your face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I actually got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, then I damp it with hot water. I turn in the room and kneel back down in front of her. Here. I put down your face and neck with the towel. Something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I started to check my hand. Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Just for a bit longer. Feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eye. It's an intense person that I recognize from where she reads her books. It's almost as she's lost in the days and lived by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, having half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrists, sending tingling sensations through my arm. And suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment was over as soon as it began. Yuri picks her brush up again, but her movements seem clumsier, as she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue to follow Yuri's example. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural leading. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but will that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here and have you bring it in the morning? I can do the lettering in the classroom before the event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? Oh no, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? I was thinking hopefully we would have an extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, it shouldn't be disappointing or anything. The other another thing is Yuri seems to look a little distant. I understand why. Unless she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends if she likes the environment. That doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk out to the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem, I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow? Wait, I kind of say that without thinking. About today, it's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over, we can go out somewhere. Oh, I forgot you don't like going out much. There's somewhere where Judy simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful, Buzz. You took a step closer to me and you squeezed my hand. Nah, I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? I don't even get a chance to usually suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Huh? Huh? Hi, Dusk. Sayori? Just now, we weren't, it's okay, Dusk. I just stepped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. We'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course! Jerry beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Zero waves goodbye after her. Sayori? I thought you didn't want to come over today. Oh, well, I tried to stay in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start falling down Yuri's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Dusk? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if we could just disappear. If I could just disappear. Sorry, don't say that. It's true, Dusk. If I wasn't here, you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica's right. I should just... Monica? Monica's right about what? Sorry? What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. Something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sora looks away. I put my hand on her shoulder to be sure. I'm scared, Des. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself, Dusk. And I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. So my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand. Reassure her. Do you remember how I said I'd always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Religiously, Sayori nods. Even if I don't understand all of your feelings, of your own feelings, I know that you need the most right now. What you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. Sayori, you'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with something really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. I promise I'll help you get things back to the way they were. I see. Zero forced a smile through an incredibly pained expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. Zuri. It's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time that there was no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I can get the answer I need to hear. And the other thing, you're also right. I just want to get back to the way it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone else. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, Zoe's smile finally breaks. And the soldier turns around and drops to her knees. Ah! Touching her head with both hands, she loud as she can. I'm so shit that I don't know how to react. Zoe looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Zoe! I I'm left helplessly standing in the front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more that I could have done. The most I could do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her out on the path that's right. I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should do something more, something different. I know these things will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend. I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. Okay, I've been doing this for 3 hours. I'm done. So, when I load up the game, it'll be, because it autosave at 9:39 p.m. was the last autosave, which is when it changed the thing. So it autosaves every time there. There's a lot of empty slots, there's 6 pages of it. But, it's gonna autosave too, but I'm saving, right off the bat just because. So, this is where we are. I already said. So, that's where we are for now. I'm probably gonna play it again. If you guys want to see more of it, let me know. You like on the video, that kind of thing. So, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.